Mason and Athalor, swept up along in the fey magic of this party, said something particularly heinous about the professor who just dropped a pop quiz on them. Something incredibly insulting and a little bit louder than you intended.
Cancelled.
About Mason and Athalor, TL doesn't read. What level spell is Twit longer?
Yeah, I've
There
been
will be
saying
no next time.
if at first you don't succeed, you can keep trying until you succeed, I think, is the saying.
I'm a
there.
trash cannot, Mason.
No.
I'm a trash cannot.
Got it. Remember the conversation that we had earlier? I think some concepts can apply here about how, when you're in your own emotions, you feel like you want to do the thing right now, and sometimes you don't want to do the thing at all, and that's right now. But then you have friends or people that
I'm gonna die alone.
No, Garnet, you're gonna be okay. Let's just. Can you take some deep breaths? We can do it together. Who
am I gonna take to the blue gala or whatever fucking color it is?
The Arbiter makes his way out of this portal, launches into the sky with his wings. Acolytes! You have come for dungeons and dice and death matches. And I have returned to satiate your bloodlust. As you look at each other in the sands of the arena, you've been here before. You were here that day. You know what happens in this arena. You know what is next. You know what you must do. Welcome to D20 Deathmatch.
Because
Welcome everyone to Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy, the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that has no longer features the Book of Dawn and very often leaves Ioth Academy. I am your game master, Tormented by Gnomes, and today I am joined by my very good friends Leg Day and Lemon Kiwi. Leg Day, what's going on?
Oh, very excited to be joining you guys for the first time on regular hours in California. It's no longer 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Let's go. I will feel better about myself now. At least a little bit. Lemon, what about you? What's up?
All good. I'm liking your setup, Leg Day. Got the decorations and everything. So much better than your old setup. I'm not gonna lie. Do you have a fan in there too?
I'm just waiting for the industrial fan.
Well, doesn't this place actually have like air conditioning?
No, unfortunately not. I moved to America and still don't have air conditioning. What do I gotta do at this point to be cool?
It's okay. I think you're cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
My
DM says I'm cool, Mum.
Get that on a t-shirt. Last time, the Dungeon Master yawned. This uncontrollable, and it happens right at the start of every broadcast. I don't know what it is. Nervous tick, oxygen deprivation. Demons.
Just do replays rather than casting.
Yes, behind the scenes for me. My grandfather used to say that I have a face for radio. Last time, our heroes executed a daring escape plan, freeing captives who were about to be sacrificed or forced into a evil pact from the depths of Lam Coulet, Stone Abbey. It was an adventure that took 3 game sessions total. They narrowly escaped by entering the Plane of Shadows. From there, Garnet called upon Lurkale, the Shadow Enchantress whose soul she absorbed a while ago. No big. To get the coordinates for a teleportation circle in the Shadow version of Ioth Academy, but upon their return to that place along with all these refugees, they were greeted once again by the skeletal gesture that has been haunting them. They were able to outwit it and get past it and cross back into the mortal realm, into the academy, with all of the captives. Afterwards, they went and had a talk with Archmage Elnau, and they told her about the entire operation, which was not exactly sanctioned. Elnau effectively conceded that she cannot treat these people like children anymore, even though they are not yet adults. You've been through too much, you've accomplished too much, you've seen too much. Treating you like children just does not make sense. And so she asked to be read in on all future operations, not as your teacher, but as the commander-in-chief of Ioth's armed forces, as the tactical headquarters, keeping her informed not as lecturing or scolding, but for operational security. Garnet was not particularly happy with this news, but Mason sort of argued in favor. And I believe that is where we left off. Am I forgetting anything key, Garnet?
Oh, no.
All right, cool.
Why are you asking me? What
Because you
about
were there
him?
and he wasn't.
'Cause you
That's
were
why.
there.
You're the only other person I can ask.
I'm not really on the spot.
I'm not picking on you.
Just say fuck people.
What do you say, fuck people? Oh, yeah. All right, sorry, Carrie.
That's what I say fuck you for. Summer has given way to autumn. And in this school, floating inside a sphere of golden magic, the weather never really changes. And in the deserts of the sun-swept lands scattering out beyond the horizon, at the feet of the academy, the seasons don't change the same. It is only in the grove and in certain gardens that you can watch the colors of the leaves change, watch them fall delicately to the ground to be cleaned up with magic so no one has to actually rake the leaves. But life has not returned to normal by any means. Simply because your fellow students are preparing for finals. The end of the school year is in sight. But for you, you have eyes on the world at large. You have eyes on Alexander, what his agenda is, what his involvement is in all of this. What is happening in Lam Coulet? What is Athalor's uncle up to? Heavy, heavy burdens for 16, 17-year-olds to handle, which is why your teachers have offered you an unconventional education henceforth. Most anime protagonists have to balance doing their homework and fighting monsters and giant robots. You have been given the choice of not having to do that. But for a time, there are no missions. You are not called out into the field. The adults are not withholding information from you, and they do keep you apprised of what's going on outside in the world. But for the time being, Ioth Academy and Gildenverge are safe. You know your enemies are lurking in the shadows, you know they're growing stronger, but so are you and your allies. With the information that you learned about what's happening in Lam Coulet, the Muintiori, the ruling council of the Academy, is plotting their next move, even as they continue to shore up your neighbors to the south, the Dune Riders, in order to make sure that they can withstand the next strike, the next attack. Because you have some time, a month or more, I would like to know, what are you montaging about?
I smacked the thing. Has Visage returned yet from the
Yes.
Dune Alliance?
Yes, she does return in good time.
How long did it take her to
A couple of
deal
weeks.
with the plague? Mm.
Garnet may ask her specifically when she gets back about Pevom and if he's doing any better.
Sorry, there was a very loud, I believe, cat-related noise out in the hallway.
Okay, I wasn't sure what that was.
Here, I blamed it on the cats. You don't have to take the L. You could have gotten away with it.
Oh, okay.
No. I was just covering. All right, yeah, it was actually my wife. She incriminated herself.
Wife noises.
Miranda rights do not apply in actual non-criminal cases.
I was gonna ask the sage about news from Pevom because he was struggling with some weird dreams.
Yes.
Um,
You saw true, Garnet. The enemy cast its poison around Pevom. Lightly, slowly, in order to avoid being caught. Were you not present yourself to look him in the eye and see it, it's likely it would have continued undetected.
I just thought paladins were usually really resistant to that stuff. Yeah, I guess it was really subtle. Or would I be able to remember something weird about him? Character question. Besides just the general sadness, was there like a biological thing in his eye, or
Nope.
did he?
It was
Speak
just
differently?
you getting the read on his personality and such.
Oh,
The
okay.
reason that his sanctity did not protect him is because the Herald was not influencing him with magic. He was controlling what he saw in his dreams. He was controlling the content, nudging the content of those dreams, but laying no actual spells upon Pevom himself, wearing down his will simply through visions.
And did you correct that, or is that still happening?
He is safe now from that influence. I ensured that he had the proper countermeasures in place.
Because don't you have to be physically in someone's dream in order to be able to change it?
Not necessarily. There are methods and ways to influence from afar. I have only one peer in the art of oneiromancy in these four kingdoms, and it is my nemesis.
And how do you both see the collection of dreamscapes? Is it like a map or like floating clouds on a black abyss?
For most minds, Athalor, you never see all of them at once. You perceive where you are, and then you desire to be elsewhere, to traverse into someone else's unconscious mind, and you simply pass from one to the other. But it is possible to be between them in no one's dream whatsoever.
Is that where the bodiless herald is?
No, perhaps at times.
Just trying to think how he could have made that geographical leap, you know? There's a lot of dreamless distance across the Kara wastes.
There is, in dream, distances don't matter. You can be on the other side of the world, but if somebody is close enough to you, if they mean enough to you, or if you have a strong enough link to them, they're only a step away in sleep.
Do you need a body to dream? Random question. No, right?
She smiles a little bit. As a Dokelfar, she doesn't sleep, and she doesn't dream naturally. The only way she does it is through magic and meditation. And y'all normally use drugs to do it. Without a body, It is not possible to dream, but it is possible to enter the fifth kingdom and influence it. It's a semantic matter. I apologize.
So a body is like an anchor for a dreamscape, whereas the mind can move freely away from that certain
There's
confine?
the mind, the soul is a lattice of vital and psychic energy. The vital energy empowers the body, the psychic energy is the mind. In reality, they are one and the same. The body is what creates the mind through flesh. And so, sleeping creatures, the unconscious must be tended to. Walking through waking is draining on a psychic entity, such as a soul, and it must replenish itself in the well springs of dream each night. That is why mortals dream. Their spirits grow weary during the day, as does the body.
I just had my hopes up that if we knew the Herald was manually and physically in Pebom's dream, there'd be a way to trap him or to confront him there or do something.
It is
But
not impossible. But
he's a remote guy.
He also has servants and creatures that he can send forth. He has taught his own students those arts. And he has met with things born in that place. Controlled them, dominated them, made deals with them. He has many ways of harming others through the fifth kingdom.
Are you read in on what we found at Stone Abbey?
I am.
What use would a Demogoth have to the Herald?
Demogoth feeds on suffering. The Herald consumes hope. The two of them together would create a feast one for the other. Demogoths are capable of granting dark power, and there are secrets of magic not even they understand that the Herald does. They are natural allies. They do not serve him, but they recognize his knowledge and power.
I wonder if the worship is conducive to generating a new body for him. Or if that's going to be the culmination of the 5 become 3 become 1.
It's possible. Worship is a source of power, but there are many things one could do with that power.
Speaking of 3 and 1, do you think Lurkale and the other thing, do they have their own dreams? Are they in my dream? Could I go into their dream?
Garnet, what you did is not well understood. That exact
I thought you were going to say
interaction-
ethical.
That exact interaction has never been recorded, not by me or any child of Luminius, nor any except perhaps those who follow Seosh and Miric's teachings. You invented that, and I don't know exactly what is left of them or how they're connected to you. I suspect they have no dreams of their own, but I cannot say with certainty. And if they are enmeshed in you, if they are part of you, woven into you, then it is possible that you could conjure up pieces of them and explore themes in dream that come from them. And it is possible they could influence your dreams as well, just as any unconscious thought can.
Like, just extra facets on your psyche.
Yes. Where do dreams, what changes and inspires dreams in those who do not have control over their unconscious mind?
Faces they've seen, feelings they had, memories they're forming.
Exactly. And so those pieces, those traces from those two others could find their way into your unconscious. As if you're dreaming somebody else's dreams, yet they are your own.
Lurkele made some deals with the armies of the Destroyer, right? During
Yes.
her road.
Yeah,
tours.
wait. I have all her memories now.
Wow. You.
I think. I
Maybe.
conjured one memory at least. Gnomes frantically scrolls through notes of Lurkele.
What happened in episode 60?
No,
All right.
she was,
Montage.
yes. You're out of character, you're remembering correctly. And if she is a part of your mind, then you should be able to lucid dream and sort of pull those up through force of will. They're not things you would remember naturally, but they are still in your head.
I wonder if there was any potential insight she could have gained into whatever alliance those Uzulian legionnaires or Destroyer legionnaires.
Roll a history check, please, Athalor.
I think I have advantage on these.
Yes, you should. A dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
Those Imperials were from the Ioth province,
Mm-hmm.
which is part of the Southern Triad.
We didn't figure out. Did we know which Uzulian faction
Yes.
Lurkele contacted?
Oh, yeah, Ithgos.
Hmm.
So that'd be
not
in
directing.
the Amon Karak region rather than the Southern Triad.
Hmm.
She leans over and whispers to Athlor, but like in an excited way that's probably loud enough for the stage to hear. Hey, I know how we could figure this out. We could go into dream with culture.
And then what? Go through the Rolodex of Lurkele's memories?
Yes.
I mean, if you could, in dream, like, manifest Lurkele with force of will, perhaps she could work as some manner of guide to that echo of her soul that exists in you.
Ooh, that requires asking permission. I thought I could just conjure it. Maybe that'll be easier. I don't know which one's easier.
Well, you can always try the first and then the second if things don't go great.
But you know what was really weird though was that when I was trying to dig into her memory, she was really, really heartbroken about me doing that to her. And obviously as one would, but I just didn't think she gave a shit at all about me.
Was that before or after you ate her?
That was after. Like she's very heartbroken. And she's a demon. I just didn't think
Is you on speaking terms right now?
thinking terms, I guess, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But I thought she was using me this whole time. And that she had some devious fucking plan. Everyone's got some devious fucking plan for me. You know,
And what
she
did
was
looking
lying.
in her memories tell you?
Yeah, you're right. How could I even trust her memory? What if she's just
I've more wondered if looking into her memories cleared her of such accusations.
I never wanted anything but what's best for you, my jewel.
See, I still can't trust her even when she's saying nice things. How can you? Well, at least maybe if we conjure up some memories, I'll get to see if she really was a traitor. So that sounds like a fun culture adventure, doesn't it? Oh, sorry, Sage. This is Sage. Master Sage?
mean,
Anyway.
we both dream normally now as well, but
The sage is not a narc.
Oh, okay.
Especially when
I'm-
it comes to using medicinal substances for oneiromantic purposes.
I think this is a good thread to pull on. We might as well have all of the information available to us. And Lurkale certainly made some deep inroads into the infernal infrastructure. None of us have set foot in Ioth for, if ever, years.
That'll be on the to-do list. But
And you're looking at how she feels about you, of course, because you're a narcissist.
I just think that she's a traitor, and I just want to know if I was right. Because then I'll
Isn't she a
feel better.
stain on the bottom of your brain pan right now? Does it matter?
Well, I just want to know if I made a mistake or not, and if my read was wrong about her.
Oh, good. So either she's a traitor and you feel bad, or you let guilt consume you.
Well, that would be a great trap for the Herald. Have someone super like guilt-ridden and full of despair come into my dream, and then we could trap the Herald, maybe. But also, the truth matters.
Which means we are inviting girl guys, yes?
She kind of looks over at the stage like, you down?
I would recommend not challenging him where he is strongest and when you have rendered yourself more vulnerable to his power. You are right, that could draw him to you. We could set a trap, but our victory would not be assured. Because even bodiless, in dream there's nothing stopping him from manifesting himself, appearing however he chooses. He is strongest there, more strong there than in any other realm, body or no body.
Well, you said he feeds off of hope, right? What if I don't have any? Then what?
Then your suffering also feeds him.
Oh,
Your despair
shit.
sustains him.
Further question, girl guys. Have you ever come across the dreamscape of someone like, say, Rialta or Zalar, a divine being? Does it differ from immortals? Does it exist?
She shakes her head. They are not the same. The dream is the province of mortals. It was an accident. It was not something written in the Emerald Tablets by the sovereigns. It is an emergent property that rises from sapient life. And so they were not made to dwell there. They were not made to exist in both worlds. Surely they can exert some power there, but it is unnatural for them to do so.
So you and the Herald were closest thing to divinity in the Fifth Kingdom?
She thinks about it for a moment. And then shakes her head. Strongest, perhaps, except for some things that were born there, whose names I do not know. But divine? No. I did not create that place, and it is only by choice that I have become its warden. It has no master.
Just wondering if the latent Titanic child would have had a adverse effect on Little Adventure. Or Sovereign Child, I suppose. It would be a Titan.
I cannot say. Again, we are in uncharted territory. The spark of the child of the shadow of a god. Shadows were also not written into the Emerald Tablet. The realm of shadow is an emergent property, an unforeseen consequence. And so though the shadows of the sovereigns and the titans can be found there, they were not created deliberately. They do not operate under the auspices of their real counterparts.
Well, I'm convinced we should go and have a look.
Yeah. You got anything else for us, y'all guys?
If you pursue this, I will be here.
Oh, we got a trip sitter this time. Let's go. Whispers too loudly again.
You could also, if you don't want her along, I'm sure that Mantra would be happy to trip sit for you. He's done it before. He'll do it again.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on whether or not you want her there. I'll also say that I don't have that prepared tonight, but I can always do dream shit. Dream shit is always an option, regardless
Like
of what's
white background.
That depends how poorly we roll. Like, generally, we can just theater with the mind like Lerkele's memories.
Well, yeah, and because it's all abstracted, like, I can pull up a map and I don't have to do all the lighting stuff. You know, I don't have to draw all the lighting barriers, and I can always improv dream. Battle mats,
Got
maps,
the
whatever's
hindsight,
needed.
baby.
Yeah.
I figure if we're going to be potentially herald baiting, I would feel safer with Gelgeist around.
Yeah. We probably shouldn't face him in Dream anyway. But Dream is so cool. You could just do anything and go through other people's shit and
What happens if we use Mordain to try and travel into Dream with an amethyst protection around us? Would that create like a sealed dreamscape?
it just doesn't allow intruders.
Are you still around Gelgeist, or have you departed at this point?
No, I'm just talking loudly.
Mhm.
Like it.
She sort of points at Garnet after you said that.
What? Oh, what I
Yeah.
said? Intruders? No intruders?
The
Right.
amethyst prevents outside interference. It does not shield against or filter what comes from within.
Okay. That might be enough to keep the Herald at bay while we potentially discover some despair and guilt. Nah, standard things. Okay. I'll find a charm. You find the drugs.
Wait, also, would your light of truth extend in the dream as well?
She nods.
While do you have to be there, or can you just shine it on us while we sleep?
She sets it on the ground in sort of its beacon mode, like totem, like ward
Yeah.
mode from League. And yeah, it can just shine like that. That's fine.
So now she can't lie to me or throw up some weird illusion shit. Right?
I believe with significant willpower, one could try and.
The problem is,
enchantment.
in Dream, they aren't illusions. Everything is an illusion and nothing is an illusion. So it wouldn't prevent its powers to pierce through all illusions and stuff. It would make you able to see who's really behind something. Like if somebody entered your dream in disguise, you could see who they really are. But if they start messing with your dreamscape, that's not an illusion. That's them actually changing reality because it's a psychic reality. But its protective powers would stop the Herald, demons, other things from getting in, 100%.
Seems like a win-win. Let's go and see what your little echoed mentor remembers.
Fun. She'll like go and set up her room with like just nice smelling things and nice music, lo-fi beats to sleep to. Like what are those starry lights, you know, the things that spin, shine shit on the ceiling.
Galaxy lamp.
Galaxy bulb.
Yeah.
I get in my little pajama onesie and like
Come over in my comfy.
And did you want Gilgeist to trip sit for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If it's not weird for her. Or she can just beacon it up and leave whatever she got shit to
Just
do.
Take
like-
care of this artifact that's lit with Relta's flame, please. Don't,
That's
blow it
chill.
up. She doesn't say that. She does not tell you not to blow it up like you did the Book of Dawn. That would not be very sagely of her. All right, but yeah, she leaves the light of truth with you.
All right. Let's trip.
There's thy pot. I mean, culture.
Steeping the leaves of the Mordain flower, mostly imported from the far-off swamps of the Megaini dragon tribe. The mist rises up, effervescent, almost with that sort of mint sensation of blood flowing to the pores, opening up, but not harsh like menthol, more of a gentle, refreshing version of that. And then, as is the correct practice that you learned from mantra, immediately dumping out the tea so that you will not be tempted to drink it when you come down.
Oh, I'm so thirsty.
Oh, that cottonmouth's a bitch.
And then, as you lie back, allowing it to take over and to transcend, I would like each of you to roll a charisma check, please.
Ba-ba-bam.
Okay.
10!
Garnet, what is the immediate dreamscape that the two of you find yourselves in?
There are so many shirtless Cyruses here.
I think just maybe a lot of the battle scene from last episode of Lamb Coulette, but in kind of like the teleportation circle that basically the last time I had contact with Lurkale, which was that moment. She gave us a teleportation circle, but this time I actually visualized her standing there, like she's right there telling me how that circle is being drawn, and I'm standing in it, and it's probably not a great vibe here, but it's the starting point. So
Okay. All right, then.
Somewhat grim.
which also makes your job easier because we could just full action. Didn't even think about it.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Let's see. The refugees, the captives are all gone. Sventisco, Mason, Henin are not here. But Lurkale is.
Hello, Lady of Shadow.
And she's just sort of humming a song to herself as she moves her elegant finger through the air and draws the shadow teleportation circle. It hangs in the air in silvery lines. Very Onderud.
It's a charming semantic component.
And that will get you to the place that you've very much not wanted to be, my jewel.
She's like looking at at the lore, looking at Legday, and kind of ignoring what Lurkale is saying, and is kind of treating her like an illusion right now. And just, well, she was telling the truth. We did get back safely.
I really can't remember the last time I lied to you. I don't know if I ever have.
And kind of still looking at Athlor. How do I ask this? How do we do this?
If you'll allow me a little risk. Lady of Shadow.
He is so polite.
We're in a dreamscape which can be influenced.
Mm-hmm.
Could you take us to the first place you emerged when you left the Shadow Realm?
She can. Let's see if the Dungeon Master can.
We don't have to map it all because we're probably going to move between a couple of scenes pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, anytime that I have a thing, I like to use the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
Mhm.
Paid good Patreon money for this.
Oh, that's freaky.
If you
Shadow under it.
don't, if you don't deliberately try to control or stop her, you return to the shadow on Darude. See, you wouldn't be there, you wouldn't be there, but you would be here.
I don't know if it's more or less disconcerting this time around. Knowing what happens to Underwood in the aftermath.
You see blood dripping from her mouth. And in the plane of shadow, there's no hue. The saturation has been turned all the way down. But your rainbow bridge and the blood sort of dripping from her mouth are in full color. So it's just
Do
this
beings
stark
from
red.
the mortal realm retain their color, or does the
No.
realm itself drain everything?
The realm itself, it's like a filter. If you
Mhm.
stay too long, it can drain you. But otherwise, it's just a filter on everything.
Okay. You consumed a creature summoned by Garnet.
I did devil's blood.
That
Called forth
affected
from
you.
the void, no less. A very unique cocktail.
Did you hear the voices say you were alone when you ate the void creature?
No. No, it had more of the infernal about it than the emptiness. But it was different.
What did you know of the infernals prior to this?
What did I know? It's very
Did they
hard to
foray
remember.
often
I
into the
wasn't.
land of shadow?
Some of them. The Destroyer, not so much. The Mirror Keeper, barely at all. The Serpent, the Jester, the Herald. All of them know paths back and forth from this place to the real world.
Serpent, Herald, Jester. You left this place
I did.
and you went straight to the mortal realm from here.
Not immediately.
What was your first stop?
Well, I thought it would be unwise to emerge in the middle of your home, Princeling. After all, they might have some questions. Questions that would be
Often
very
do.
hard to answer. I walked away from here, down into the mountains.
Ended up in Azulian territory.
But that was a while later. Let's see, you can go away, you can go away. She can emerge here. But it wasn't that far. Ithgos was only a little bit to the west.
They don't ask many questions there.
Well, they ask many questions there. But
What do they want of you?
I did not try to insinuate myself with those straight jacketed, ironclad, obedient tyrants. There was a more dynamic and fluid place. There was a mind I could reach and engage with. Her name is Uromael.
Urumael.
Uromael, darling woman. Rather to the point, not unlike our dear Elno, in fact.
And what was this Urumael's role in Ithgos?
She was the archmage of their new academy.
Archmage.
Yes. Although she really wasn't an archmage. Far from it. The personality, the approach, very similar to our dear Elno. But the actual skill, not there yet.
Seems like a big role for Alex to delegate. With the Was Ithgos entirely responsible for the Dark Academy?
Oh no. You see, they had an arrangement with Alexander until his removal.
Removal.
Oh, yes. You will recall something to do with the Book of Dawn being eradicated?
Oh,
Yes, that
that
removal,
removal.
dearest. Yes, that one.
Temporary, but yeah.
That was a tricky piece of business. I do wonder how he accomplished that. But yes, I wasn't working for them. But there were lots of dear minds that needed shaping. He had an arrangement with them until he departed, at which point Uromael took over. She was assigned simply to be a teacher of war magic in a arrangement that they had.
Do you know if this academy still stands?
Oh, yes. At least, it did the last time I was able to go there.
Garden wants to do a few things. It's just us three right now, right?
Correct.
She wants to try and conjure Rumael and just based off of Lurkle's memory, see if she can tap in and conjure her. Basically something that she doesn't know about.
Yeah, roll a charisma check.
I might try to lucky die that. If
Your
that's
call.
cool.
You've had a long rest.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Oh, I should probably heal up all my stuff then if there's been a long rest.
You can just ask, dearest. And then Lurkle conjures her up.
She's like alarmed that she even noticed that she was trying to do it. And thanks.
What is the measure of a Romeo? How tall is she?
Let's see. 1 second. And I'll read this out loud for the benefit of chat. Uromael is a fiendish sorcerer from Ithgos. She has pronounced red horns that curl out and in again, brunette hair, dark eyes, and hooves. She wears formal military mage robes at all times, complete with impeccably pressed white collar and golden earrings. She is stern and demanding. She insists on precision. She approaches everything with a military bearing. On her side, she proudly displays a jagged iron dagger with a bloody tinge in the very metal itself. She arrived at the Dark Academy as an evaluator and representative of Ithgos. Archon Amalek herself assigned her. She's standing there with her arms crossed, looking the two of you up and down disapprovingly.
Gives her the same look back. What the fuck are you looking at?
I look in towards her bloody dagger.
I'm surprised that you're so effective. She looks over at Lurkley. These are the children that have been causing so much trouble? I'm afraid so. God,
You're a military woman.
disgusted.
You never perils of underestimation.
I do, of course. It's not a mistake that I've made. It's just disappointing is all. We clearly haven't been working hard enough.
Her tinge in the dagger. Is that Thurnian?
No. It is a bloody color, not a... And Thinone is like a dark metal. Roll a nature check with advantage, because you're an artificer.
Oh boy. Thank you, Artifice 101. Actually the best class in the entire... 23.
That is an abyssal blood iron weapon.
Oh.
It is said that the first blood iron was formed when the sovereigns shaped the world and divided the kingdoms from the unspeakable amounts of blood shed by the dead, fiends, and the children of Luminius. In that battle, they didn't really bleed blood. That wasn't the nature of reality. But the sheer scar of that violence was not purged when the world was divided. And so that bloodshed manifested itself as blood iron. More can be formed through sufficient bloodshed in a mineral-rich environment and sort of a malevolent, slaughtery influence.
Hmm.
So no wonder she holds it so proudly. It is not a common substance.
Is it Ramius adjacent, or is he an entirely different kind of vibe?
Ramius, the only blood he's currently associated with is the blood of Arakura. Different vibe.
Gotcha. Romeo. I mean, if they are continuing to train mages there, that's at least a low-tier objective that we should put on Elnar's radar.
I should think not. It is only natural that the Empire start working on its mage development. It's been sidelined far too long.
Hmm.
Your Academy's use of war magic alone demonstrates that.
Is that what the Archon was concerned about? Losing a magical arms race?
The Archon saw an opportunity and saw the appropriate person to take advantage of that opportunity.
That's you.
Exactly.
And before that, just a high-ranking war mage?
Roll a persuasion check, Athalor.
Is he talking to?
Roll
Not
a-
Romeo.
Okay, yeah.
You cannot
That's
learn
awesome.
more about her than Lerkele knows about her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. I was raised from birth in one of the war academies. Ghost identified my magical talent and ensured that it was forged into a weapon.
I'm sorry, Ioth didn't find you first.
End up like this? I should think not. Discipline will deliver results.
And then she crosses her arms, and she's still not vibing with this woman.
Maybe if you had better operational security, Elnau wouldn't have died.
What do you know about?
She's gonna conjure her to not have a mouth anymore.
Roll a charisma check.
Very like Scarlet Witch, like
Mm-hmm.
what mouth? Oh, bitch. Wait, she's freaking rolling against me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know she was
It's not like
out here.
Lurklei's fighting you. It's more like this part of her memory is very strong. That's all. Your Archmage is reckless, and I wish that she was dead, but she was absolutely right about that. Rushing in without sufficient intelligence is just stupid.
Well, you're still only a fraction of her talent, so we have the better
perspective on
Archmage.
military tactics is so monocular.
What
That's
have you
why it's so
accomplished?
disappointing. I secured the first school of magic for Ithgos. But I am part of a larger system. I'm one part of Ithgos' victories. And when the kingdoms of Masru and Gluckmore fall, Bathotla will be next.
Good to know.
Scoring that with our current timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Have those two fallen? They have, right?
Masru has lost one war and is on the back foot in a second war. Gluckmore lost one war, but they recently slaughtered an imperial army in the swamps. So that's a whip.
This memory is about a year old.
Mm-hmm.
The time of its knowledge. Future has bad news about that campaign.
Well, obviously they didn't assign me to it.
Lucky for us.
Lucky indeed.
Lady of Shadow, can you show me the last time you spoke to a Romeo?
Let's see. Yes. And I don't have a full.
We could just use the Ioth Academy maps.
Yeah, give me
Just
a
like
sec.
that, but more goth. Put up some Dollar Tree spiders, Halloween decor.
Perfect.
Party City.
I'll work a little bit on that in the background. But you appear in a shadow version of. Well, actually, it wouldn't be a shadow version because the Academy wasn't in the plane of shadow. You appear in a goth version of Elnau/Ioth's office. Romael is behind a desk, Elnau's desk, and Lurkale is messing with her things on her desk, just sort of like spinning her little, toys and gliding around.
She's got an Inception spinner or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What are we discussing?
Effective immediately upon my departure, your permission to teach classes at this academy is revoked until my return. I can't trust you to enforce the level of discipline and standards that we believe in here. Not on your own. Oh, but shadow magic doesn't really listen to those things. How are they supposed to understand it if they're trying to do everything by the rules? That's not my concern. It is a tool like any other. And if that tool becomes dangerous to its wielder or tempts them into chaos, then we remove it. I value your contributions here, but I do not believe in your methodology. So as soon as I march, you go.
Where was she marching?
Romeo looks over at you and says, "Oh, she never actually heard my orders. I didn't discuss that with her. So I don't know."
Not even a look out the window.
Yeah,
There-
you're noisy. Come on, or
Do
nosy.
you see any windows around here?
I don't.
Mm-hmm. It's on a demi-plane. It's in its own nestled pocket dimension, which should cause a dimensional rift. But old Ioth pulled it off, and
Demi-plane. The office?
yes.
Or
Hadn't
the
you realized that?
school? No, how wide is the demi-plane? Is the whole school in there?
No. The school is in the mortal realm. Originally, I understand it was in the underworld, but eventually it was transported to the mortal realm. Like your school, I've been led to believe, we talked with Alexander, it is in a pocket of the mortal realm that has altered planar characteristics, but the office itself is a demi-plane inside. And because the sphere does not constitute an actual planar boundary, just an area where the planar laws and metaphysics are changed, it is possible to create a demi-plane inside of it. That's why there's no windows in the office. And it's also a security measure because the gates to the elemental realms, to the well springs, open up inside a demi-plane and not inside the academy itself, making it much easier to prevent a breach from the other side.
See, other people didn't trust her either. I'm not weird.
I'm just thinking about...
Romael says, "Yes, you are."
Fuck you.
Don't talk to my jewel like that, she says over to Uromael.
Yeah.
Oh, don't listen to her, loves. It's her job, it's in her nature to be suspicious.
Did you steal the idea of a causeway as well?
Me? No, I didn't have any hand in the establishment of this academy. It all came from that child's head. And the book.
Hmm. How did you get into the academy, Lurkalei? Physically? Teleportation circle?
They were
Shadow
slightly
realm?
something about the Dark Academy. It's a little more permeable to the shadowed paths. But I knocked. I asked for permission. They didn't know anybody who knew anything about shadow magic. She's not lying when she says that Ithos's magical training and knowledge is brutish and unsophisticated.
We'd be able to go to the Dark Academy now whenever. We know how to get there now. Have we always known how to get there?
Romael says, I've been working on countermeasures for that.
No one's
Not
talking to
stupid.
you. Shut up. Just
Lurkley says,
over
I
your
do,
shoulder.
I do know the paths.
Were you privy to the wider curriculum for students here, Lurkalei?
Oh, I didn't pay too much close attention.
What was their end goal? Do they want soldiers, spies?
Under Alexander's purview, it really was dedicated to all forms of forbidden knowledge. Old Lich was involved too, Tarsilmore. He
Is
had,
he here?
he was. Not anymore, I don't think. Romeo says, no, he's gone. But there were he was a representative of the Serpent, and there were representatives of heraldic magic and mirror magic. All the things that you're not supposed to do at your school were discussed here openly. Alexander was trying to create a paradise of unrestricted knowledge, which, of course, she turned into just another machine that stamps out war mages.
Romeo, how did you feel about granting hospitality to these other infernal sects?
Most of them have departed at this point. They have their uses, and thus I have tolerated them as long as they follow our military protocol.
Interesting relationship.
Why didn't you trust Lurkalei? Is she ever was she ever trustworthy to you?
No, obviously not. She does not follow the will of the God Emperor.
Is the God Emperor?
Uzul.
Haven't heard that one name before.
Yes, God Emperor of the Iron Empire, smasher of chaos, destroyer of pagan gods. Heart cutter.
Heart cutter.
Heart cutter, yes.
Does he exist physically?
Yes, absolutely. He walks the very earth. He has gone every single province of his empire. The first archon of each province was blessed by him in person. And from time to time, still he goes from province to province, ensuring that all are following his will. I have never had the opportunity to behold his glory, but I am confident that if I continue in my endeavors and if I deliver results, that will change. I will be the greatest war mage in any province of his empire.
It's all very useful information about the Dark Academy. I guess there's two now with Alexander on his new vogue. This one might still be a priority target at some point.
What was the deal exactly? How did they even pay you? You taught there, Lurkalei, and they paid you somehow?
Oh, gold, I had no such use for such things. I picked up a little trick or two. A couple of little pieces of interesting information, both magical and things that might be useful to you, like you're learning right now, dearest.
Whisperings from the serpent.
Bits and pieces, yes.
Any Arcanoloth here?
I do believe there has been one through here. Isn't that right, Romeo? Yes. Ustiak. Nasty piece of work. Lurkley looks over. Oh, that's the one that was following us around, wasn't it?
Definitely was.
Definitely serpent-aligned. Very tricky. Perhaps the only other person at that school who would know anything about shadow magic.
Definitely had access to the realm. And because they took away your permission to teach shadow magic, you left?
Mm-hmm. They had no more use for me, and I had no more use for them.
How long did you wander before Garnet called to you?
Oh, they were coterminous. I spent some of my time at the Dark Academy, but then whenever my dear Jewel called, I stopped what I was doing and I came over to see her.
You
I
were
imagine
working with
that.
both of us at the same time.
I imagine randomly leaving destroyed Romeo's confidence in you to no end as a disciplinarian.
Right, all the confidence that I had in her from the beginning. But she was the only source of that knowledge, and it would have been a tactical error to alienate her at that time. But you were always my favorite, dearest.
Are you fucking crazy? Someone could have followed you into the academy.
Oh, no. Certainly not. Your Archmage and had all those wonderful safeguards, and I was far more careful than that. I would not put your life at risk.
When you were teaching here, were there any particularly promising students of your shadow arts? Protege?
No, but the standards were rather high. There was one girl. After Alexander left and Romeo took over, several students disappeared. Slipped away, I'm sure.
Zealots?
Those who didn't like her rules. I didn't get a chance to talk to all of them. I couldn't possibly know what was going on in all of their minds.
The faces of the ones who slipped away, do you remember them?
A few of them, yes. And the dungeon master needs just a moment to look something up.
What rules would they not like? Surely not much more strict than Ioth, right?
Much more strict than Ioth.
Man, that shit is already super strict.
As Romeo, as soon as I took over, as soon as I got full authority, I made it very clear that we are training soldiers, weapons. These are not dormitories, these are barracks. There is no reason to give an undisciplined mind that is not loyal to the God Emperor access to any form of power. And those who lacked the strength to endure, those who were brittle, like poorly forged iron, they broke or left.
Since that the Dark Academy was moved, presumably that means they have access to high magic, possibly realm magic, magical feat of such.
Oh no, Alexander did that with the book.
Oh, that's probably better.
Hercule, did you ever meet Alex?
No, I thought it best to stay away from him.
How much time did you spend at the academy?
A great deal of it. Speaking directly with the Herald, who I also thought it would be wisest to avoid. He has a way of grabbing at threads of secrets and unraveling them, regardless of how wise you may be.
And did he ever come back to the academy after his removal?
Oh, no. Not that I know.
What do you think would happen to you, Lurkalay, if you were to appear at the academy now?
She looks over at Romeo. They'd probably have some questions for me about where I'd been this entire time. I doubt they know anything. The Ioth intelligence apparatus is not particularly good.
I mean, if someone was to masquerade as Lurkalay with the constant feedback in their head from the source herself as to how to pass themselves off more accurately.
Oh, I'm sure that my dear could do a wonderful job of that. The only question is, would they trust me? They never did. And if I disappeared for so long, without sending a word, without even leaving a goodbye present, what would they think? Romeo would say, I would think that you're compromised.
Maybe they don't need to trust you if they never did, or they just need to not kill you.
So they never knew about you coming to the academy or anything about the Sky Kingdom.
Of course not. That was none of their business.
How can I tell if you're telling the truth?
Because I've never lied to you, dear.
Ugh.
Not once.
I try to conjure I can't even conjure a memory of her leaking strats. I don't know. How could I like prove like catch her in a lie basically?
That's a good question. It sounds like a you problem.
I'm strategizing with like day here.
Carry
Dungeon
on.
Master.
Show me a re-entry to the Dark Academy after you've come to teach Garnet.
All right. Just a moment. A tiefling student does appear for a moment. Lexali Aureus.
Ooh.
She always showed a great deal of promise, but there was someone else whispering in her ear most of the time. Never turned me away, but went missing after the academy.
Follower. Enamored by Alex.
Wasn't Alex that she went with. I mean, of course, he was who knows where at that point. No, I think she went off with Tarselmore.
Tarselmore.
And she vanishes.
She went with Tarselmore. Sally. I mean, she's less likely to be eternally guarded from scrying than Tarselmore is. And the school will have some of her possessions from before she fled. Need to find Tarselmore. That could be a thread to pull.
And whoosh. Stand by.
Stand by.
This is definitely not a place that the two of you have ever been, and so your tokens are not on the map.
Mm-hmm. It's like an
Oh, yeah.
entry cavern.
Can
Shadow Causeway.
The air here is very chilly. A familiar, bitter cold. Poison lurks for the mind in every corner. It is steeped with despair. And she
What's this?
appears
Wait.
right here and just sort of saunters over.
Despair's Herald's Goon Cave.
could I try to memorize this? Is this the teleportation circle?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to memorize it?
Oh, you don't have to, dearest. Here.
Oh.
And she dreams up a piece of paper, and as she does, she just like literally pulls it out and looks at it, and this circle inscribes itself, and she hands it to you. If you forget,
Like-
let me know. I used it plenty of times.
Like hesitates and even just like compares the paper to what's on the ground in case
It's
there's
identical.
any weird changes.
Roll up an investigation check.
Well, you know what? It's fine.
Let it ride, baby.
Let it ride.
Snake eyes.
This was deep inside their spire.
Ooh.
Lots of unpleasant things happened here.
A spot. Was this a personalized entry for people from the Shadow Plane?
No. This place was just a little bit inner because of some of the things they got up to down here. It did have his own barriers all around the place, inspired by your golden sphere. But not quite the same. And the
What about
darkness.
guards?
Guards?
Yeah.
Oh, Eromiel, as soon as Alexander was gone, Eromiel stalked the entire place. They had gifts from Diffraxis here, machines to protect it, a league of sword wraiths to protect it, and now just soldiers. Eromiel is a military captain after all.
Regular soldiers, not magically gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see anybody else enter through this portal?
No. I imagine that Kustiak must have. It has been so long since I've thought of this guy's name. Well, he was just recoded as Instructor 1.
Mm.
He was Designer 8 of Diffraxis. But he was one of the higher ranking designers reassigned him to teach at the academy as a way of getting rid of him because he was a political rival.
Ah, the productive exile.
Mm-hmm. Which means that he was not around when you blew everything up. And he wasn't leading armies, so he couldn't get, blasted to death by you meddling kids.
Was he the one I telekinesis out of a window
I don't think so.
in the Stone Abbey?
No, because those are representatives from a different designer city.
Ah, yes.
Bothethtos, which is part of the Southern Triad.
Did anyone ever interrogate you when you came back?
Moi?
Yes. Well, they wondered where you'd gone.
Oh, they had plenty of questions for me, but I had information that they didn't. I had the bargaining chip.
exchange. Can you show me the exchange when you come back?
Which time?
And they were the most suspicious. I imagine that's probably towards the origin of the academy.
Let's see here. Uromiel appears, looking very pleased with herself. And alongside her are multiple Ithkin war mages. As Lerkele pops out, still sort of with her arms folded across her chest, Uromiel says, I'm sure you've heard the terrible news about our founder. This little arrangement that we have is going to change, effective immediately. The entire academy is now under the authority of Ithgos, Archon Amalek, and myself. So if you want to go gallivanting off to who knows where, you're going to tell us about that first. And Lerkele yawns. Oh, this sounds dreadfully boring.
Pointed to look at Lemon or the Ghana. Yeah,
She got a big grin and based.
Well, if you want to ask questions, I know I'm fascinating, so we can go ahead and begin with that. And in the ensuing interview, Lerkele is flippant and not evasive in a cagey sort of way, but in a very don't care lol sort of way. And she just pulls the fact that, like, who else here is teaching shadow magic? Is Kustiak? He's not full-time. He doesn't have nearly as much time as I do. He's off doing who knows what. And she basically smooth talks her way, because she has a very high persuasion and such. Smooth talks her way into saying, no, I will not be answering your questions. No, I am not plotting against you.
Can I
She
get
turns to look, as she's
a
saying that, she
measure?
turns over to the two of you. And technically, at the time, I wasn't.
Can I get a measure of these war mages, which I assume are kind of the final product they're trying to create here?
Sure. You know,
Do they have any components on them visibly for spells?
no, they have spell focuses. They are most similar to your Battle Academy battle mages. They only have cantrips, but they are really deadly with them. This is not the envisioned final product. This is the base product. Those who don't have exceptional talent, but have some magical skill, become Imperial War Mages. But Uromael was much more talented, so she actually learned real spell casting, not just cast this cantrip a million times so you can kill people with it. Spell snipers, effectively.
What are their spell focuses? The staves? Staves?
Yeah, it's almost like a scepter. It's got this sort of red gem in it. It has a symbol of two crossed swords directly beneath it. The gem represents Arakura's heart. And the swords are the blades that Uzul forged and used to discorporate her.
I thought I was just thinking of like how a mass disarm might work in terms of interacting with the war mages. Well, she does seem to have not given you up, Garnet.
I would never.
Well, in this exchange.
No, not once. I only ever had your best interests in mind. I wanted the world for you. I still do.
She's gonna dig deep and see if she can find the moment Lurkale felt the most guilty about something.
Oh, you're gonna find her trauma memory?
Roll a charisma check.
Please. Oh, Lucky Die, please. Please! This is juicy.
Ooh, 21.
Okay, give me a sec.
Little Rolodex of guilt. Ooh, that looks good.
I'm just wondering if that's even in her roulette of emotions.
True. Maybe she hasn't unlocked that one yet. Went down the different tech tree.
All right. Behold that moment.
Guilt. Ah, on an endless void.
404, guilt not found.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, she's never felt guilty in her life.
God,
Because she's never, everything she's always done has been for the best. Because she's brilliant. Utterly
Behold
self-assured.
everything I've ever done wrong.
What's the most evil thing you've done in the mortal realm? If you don't feel guilty, I'll just go directly to the root.
Roll another charisma check.
Oh, fuck. Please, I've been rolling like shit today. It's mid.
The dizzying heights of mid.
Evil is a plebeian concept. It's for small minds. Good and evil are for small minds. And she is not a small mind, and neither are you, dearest. We don't have time for these simple distinctions.
Find the greatest concession she made to the Infernals. She has a tactical mind. She knows when she's giving something up.
Mm-hmm.
What holds the most value to them?
I think I can roll with this. Give me a sec.
I don't understand guilt, but she does understand where she has her value and what they want.
The scene immediately shifts. You find yourselves seated in a classroom alongside a wide variety of students.
Mm. Oh.
She is telling them about the plane of shadow. She's telling these students about the nature of shadow and how it can be used to travel long distances and access hidden places or otherwise, places you're not supposed to go. For a shadow mage, this is like basic shit.
But Shadow 101 was the big value.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the biggest, most valuable thing she ever gave them. And maybe teaching specific spells, which like I have to pull up,
Mhm.
But she never really got into the high level stuff because she was primarily teaching not like kids, not like 10 and 11-year-olds, because the first students were just the ones who left the school and betrayed Ioth Academy and came here, and they were already in their 5th year, I think.
Mhm.
And there were other students that sort of came in bit by bit.
It was kind of like your starter university course, guys.
Mhm.
Econ 101.
Yeah.
Well, I'm somewhat assuaged, Garnet.
You think she's legit?
As much as I was far more doubtful of Lurkley when she was corporeal, I think we can see if this information checks out. I don't think she had intentions of betraying you, and even if she did/does, she's little more than a spark in the back of your brain now, who can't do much more than what your body and mind allows. She exists as an echo.
Well, I don't know. I just seem to have the wrong radar for people. The person who saves me from an infernal attack, a tragedy, ends up being Lord Fucker himself, and the demon that we brought from the Shadow Realm actually ended up being a trustworthy individual who perhaps cared.
Oh, you wound me, dear. I'm not a demon. You've got your taxonomy completely wrong.
Ugh, fiend, whatever.
Faye, just with a
Whatever.
little bit of devil essence for spice.
Admittedly, you picked the devil.
Fae are fucked up. They're even more less trustworthy.
Well, at this point, she can exist in your brain either adversarially or in concert with you. And I'm fairly sure that with your access to resources, if it was adversarial, then she could be removed and cease to exist.
But
You're
why
the
would I
smartest
do that?
pig.
Just because you couldn't trust me and decided that you had to kill me and take from me things that I would have gladly given you. Just because you broke my heart doesn't mean that I've changed my mind, my jewel.
She like talking to
I-
us in front of a whole class with like everyone
Yes.
looking at us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slams down like objection. I told you to go get blood, and you came back with a baby. Where did you mess up those instructions?
That was blood.
No. You had a separate sample, and you went and did some other shit.
I might have gotten distracted along the way, but
Distracted. That was the whole fucking baby.
it's a very, very bright source of vital and psychic energy, dearest. The sheer potential in that can be harvested for a wide variety of purposes.
You never told me.
Harvested for what purposes?
Oh, magic, power, an offering to infernals in exchange for benefits, an offering to Fae in exchange for benefits, just simply consuming their life force to power some effect. Countless effect. I mean, you know about what old Parselmore got up to, liquefying students, straining them down to their raw materials.
And you intended to exact what from this prize?
Blood. She needed blood. And the blood
And-
carries vital, it's the most compact, the substance with the highest ratio of vital energy within it. And nothing but the best will do for my jewel.
So what,
You're-
you're going to eternally drain this child?
Well, not eternally. I mean, irreversibly, but not eternally. It'd be over very quickly.
You're acting like this was for my benefit.
It was. It always was.
What infernal do you think would be most interested?
Well, the Destroyer certainly likes his blood sacrifices. The Mirror Keeper wouldn't want a child dead. They'd want the opportunity to raise them themselves, shape them into an agent of some sort. The Herald would be less interested in the child than in the suffering of the parents. The Ruin that walks, blood sacrifice, just energy in that case. The Grey Jester only if it was amusing in a cruel way.
Great
And the Machine Prince,
familiar with a shadow
very
flame.
unlikely. Very unlikely, all things considered. But energy is energy.
Oh, that I don't know, skull guy from the one that was asking about the baby.
Oh, in Jurassica?
Oh, from the Shadow Plane.
Oh, that grim jester. Yes.
Yeah, you know him? Why is he following us?
Well, I don't know him. I mean, I imagine he's following you because the Grey Jester thinks it's funny. And you've made your intention to kill all of the Infernals. You know that there's only one time that we know of that anyone has killed an Infernal. And it was the mightiest child of Luminius at the height of his power. And he died.
Okay.
But anyways, I don't believe I have full faith in you.
that
together-
did not sound like it.
Athel presses X to doubt on he died.
But the point is, you've made your intentions clear, and I'm sure that the Grey Jester takes that as a challenge.
He said all he needed was my consent, and he'd be able to extract the spark out.
Oh, the Grey Jester
Almost
has
like
a
a
way
prank.
of knowing things and not sharing them. You know, dearest, it's entirely possible that that's within the power of an Infernal to do.
Probably better if this spark gets expended on your own terms, Garnet.
Oh, I wouldn't give it up to the Grey Jester, not unless you got something really good in exchange. And I wouldn't make that deal with him anyways. He's a maniac.
Used to be a lot of those in the shadow plane.
Is there anything else I should know that you seem to know? Since I have to ask, or you'd like me to.
You could have done all this so much easier, dear. All you ever had to do was ask. I want nothing but the best for you.
Bentley, I think it was better that we both got to see it. Thank you for your memories. Quite enlightening.
Okay, I'm ready to wake up now.
Oh, do you have to?
Do you miss having a body? I imagine.
It was a nice body, too.
Yeah. Why don't you go talk to the fucking baby that you were gonna maybe have and not tell me about and
The
also
child,
eat?
the child is a mere spark. It has no mind. Not a true mind, only nascent potential. Originally, I was going to, well, maybe consume it for the power, but think how much better it would be to raise the child of a sovereign's shadow to shape that being.
See, maybe I did stop something really, really awful.
Tilt the balance of power against one of the enemies that hates you the most and is the strongest.
Who would work for the Infernals for a paycheck? You were literally bouncing
them?
between the academy and being over there.
For my own benefit, and ultimately for yours, not an allegiance.
How am I benefiting from you working with them?
Well, look at everything that you've just learned, and if I had the opportunity to stay there longer, I would have learned even more things. Spells that weren't exactly in my repertoire, tactical information that I could share with you. Like I just did. Did you not benefit from all of this just now?
Well, yeah.
Relationships inside the academy that could one day be used to your benefit. Don't be squeamish about methods, darling. It doesn't become you. You're better than that.
Well, it worked out. So,
Of course it did.
well, for me, not for you, but at least we've come to an agreement.
Everything isn't lost. I still have you, and you still have me, just not exactly the way that I always intended. And there is the matter of that terrible, awful hurt between us, but I have already forgiven you.
That's
Good, and
heartening.
you're not allowed to go through my memories or do anything you're not supposed to.
I really can't help it, dear. I'm not really separate from you. You ate me. It's hard for me not to know things that you know.
This is a prison, not a vacation. You don't get to just do whatever you want.
It's not that either, dearest. I am part of you now. I am not a prisoner.
You're not part of me.
Yes, I am. You took that lattice of vital and psychic energy, and that is your own beautiful soul, and you unraveled me and stitched me in. I'm part of the pattern that is Garnet. I never meant to be this close to you, but well, perhaps everything happens for a reason. I'm not
prove it.
even
Prove
really
it that
me.
you're part of me.
How would she prove that?
Oh, maybe she could draw from your memories to change for dreams. Say hello to Dad.
No, fine. Yeah, traumatize someone with an anger issue. Yeah,
This is gonna really put a mellow on these two.
No, I know what she can do. I know what she can do. One moment, please.
Here comes Mirik. He's coming back.
The classroom melts and bubbles and collapses all around you.
Why did you have to ask?
A searing heat takes over.
Welcome to hell, bitch.
What
Oh,
in the
fuck
is this?
And she looks over at you with a smug smile on her perfectly painted lips. And we'll find out what happens next after a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. More Book of Dawn Ioth Academy when we return.
Best way possible, Garnet,
So
but
he
you have
does like me.
very socially intimidating energy.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's a good thing. You get stuff done. Clearly, it just is what it is.
So I need to be more useless so that a man can want to feel like they can help me and not be intimidated.
No, this
I
is
need to be
college.
more-
I don't think that's quite what I was getting at there.
Here, what the fuck is that?
Don't worry about that. Oh no, actually, I you can worry about that now. I mentioned it. That's the nigh invulnerable kraken that shipwrecked you on this island.
What?
Yeah, but he's fine now. He's just minding his own business, chilling,
okay,
going around in the ring.
Okay. He's friendly, right?
I'll get back to you on that one, Haruka.
Wait! Don't switch the.
Think so.
Oh my god! It's hot! Oh, I'm gonna stop you so. Oh, it's so hot! I don't like this at all!
Genuinely
Genuinely what?
scared me.
My apologies.
Alex melts away and vanishes, replaced by Cyrus.
In handcuffs?
Yes. Yes.
You're taking a turn.
He.
Except that his eyes are wrong. They're filled with piercing blue light.
Oh damn, the streamer's about to get good.
Got blue eyes too.
Oh,
that's so
looks out after the fleeing scientist. Abby, go. And then he'd go over. He's gonna touch the back of the doctor's head with his symbiote hand, and then his hand is gonna transform into the doctor's hand, and he's gonna put it on the orb.
Oh. Yeah, baby.
What does that do?
Something that gnomes didn't expect.
That's a great question. All right, so your armor's broken,
Awesome.
you're exerted, you're in the middle of a pile of enemies. It is now your side's turn. How would everybody like to act? Mr. Sir Thomas automatically moves over to Zone 8.
I need to keep taming, or I'm
I'd
gonna
like to
die.
use my turn to give an encourage advantage to Lemon with some inspiring bardic words.
All right, I don't
Oh.
think that is how this works, but it's a
It's
time-honored
bardic
tradition,
inspiration.
so yes, bardic
What else can a
inspiration.
fucking bard do?
Always bardic inspiration. It's always valid.
That's a coin
alright.
to your
Have a
farm.
Tamer, you've got this. These wolves you'll dismiss. With treats and some kibble, you'll leave them remiss.
What?
You're gonna do great!
So they're going to work on an item that will permanently maintain that spell for you, or some other long-term solution.
I was gonna say, damn, they trust Athlord to not just pop that shit off like Lord of the Rings style. Yeah, that's a lot of trust in a teenager.
Well, they haven't mentioned the fact yet that they're probably going to implant a spike in his heart or something with the effect on it.
Yo,
Who
Chainsaw
knows?
Man mode.
All right, so
Pull the rope to get the uncle out. Actual chain, Uncle Man.
You've seen the man from Uncle. But now the uncle from man.
from the man. Good lord.
Then tell me everything you believe may have occurred.
You ever heard of the ass snake?
I don't know.
Oh, he said ass snake.
I don't know what they preach where you come from, mortal, but that's not actually a problem. We don't really care. That's, whatever keeps being alive joyful, you keep being alive joyful. That's not my concern.
18 seconds. Is that how long it'll take before those hellhounds come?
I don't know, probably. They're very fast.
Right. They can smell me.
Time's ticking.
Okay, I'll wait 18 seconds before I go back to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I go to the astral plane.
Oh, man. Oh, there's jack shit this creature can do about that. Okay. Whoosh. You fade from reality, surrounded by the silver mists.
My apologies, sir. What's your name? I go by
We
Harker, by
are
the
the
way.
Bufomorphs. I am Bufo, and these are the morphs.
Hello, Buffo, and hello, Morphs.
I'm not
We are
going to say
here
it.
to commune with our sacred idol. It gives us great insight into the spiritual oneness of all things.
I won't say it.
What's your secret idol?
It's
I
sacred,
won't
not
fucking say it.
It's right. What is the toaster going
I'm
on
gonna
about
say
now?
it.
I'm gonna cover Zen's mouth. Don't listen to her.
I'm gonna fucking say it.
I'm covering Zen's mouth. I'm covering.
Boofa D's nuts.
Roll for initiative.
I just remembered. This is the wrong deck of cards.
That's a great excuse.
I left the correct one just outside.
As persuasive and convincing as that sounds, I'm gonna have you roll a deception check.
Okay. 32.
Oh. They call out to her in Draconic, and she responds.
Wait, do I also see Sventisco for a brief second through the orb?
Roll a perception check.
Alright.
No, you just see this guard walk out. At the very heart of the underworld, an enormous sphere, emerald scintillating jewels on every surface, upon which is inscribed the source code of the universe. The laws, the natural and supernatural laws that govern Anakra. In this one section is an aberration. From the interior of this sphere rise titanic, colossal, kaiju-sized mechanical humanoids, only visible from the waist up. Perhaps they have no feet, because they are attached, locked, part of this mechanism. Each of them, with their many arms, like divine machines, pores over and traces the lines of runes inscribed upon the emerald tablets, the alchemical laws and equations. And one of them wears a faceless mask. Anachronous, the machine prince of chaos. A sight that only you and your friends have seen. A secret that Anachronous has locked, edited, so that nobody can learn it from you. You cannot tell them, you cannot write it down, they cannot overhear it. Anachronous has rendered it, as far as you know, impossible for anybody who was not there that day to know this.
And she's very stunned and worried that she knows this, and kind of turns her head slowly to Athalor, like, holy shit, not this again. You're muted. Sorry.
Thank you. Reality was written that only we could know. So, Lurkele is correct that if she can possibly know this information, as far as reality is concerned, she's you.
Not
Part of the
all
Garnet
of you,
Tosaga
Nigel.
being.
You are what you eat.
Shut up. So what? You know my memories and what else can you do?
Well, I try not to do things without your permission, without your consent, unless I really think they'd be better for you. But
What do you mean try?
I haven't had to yet, I don't think. Have I ever done anything? Have I ever done anything but speak with you? Have
Well, I
ever
don't know.
forced your body to do I can't, because I am you. And anything that I do is something that you are doing. So yes, dearest, I have seen... Well, I haven't seen everything, but I can. If you can remember it, so can I. Because I'm not really me. I'm just the last bits of my love ripped out of me by you.
Oh, dark.
Shut up. It's just, I would never be that poetic, so they can't be me.
Like I said, you are what you eat. You got it from me, darling.
Well, if she knows this, then she is well and truly only a part of you.
I don't
What
like
is
the
the
word only, but...
So does the Shadow Sovereign know about your snack idea?
No, of course not.
Well, about the fact that you were creating one?
Mm-mm. I kept that a secret. Our little fling was just one of his many, many concerns. I had no intention of sharing that with him. Or anyone, really. I even kept it a secret from my most favorite person in the entire world.
Well, I don't need to be here any longer, unless you have more questions, Athalor.
I don't particularly feel like staring down Anachronus much longer.
All right.
Besides, I have some records to pull.
Yeah, thanks for the tour.
Of course, dearest. I'll always be here for you. Forever.
Garnet technically doesn't have that long a lifespan.
You think too little of her. Something like mortal limits are going to stop her? I don't think so.
What can I say? I'm an optimist on her behalf.
What,
Attempt to wake up.
Okay. You are definitely both able to wake up. And the light of truth is still glowing in this chamber. I like to use the 1 to 10 ratio for time passage, so it's 10 times faster in Dream, so it hasn't been that long.
Yo, guys.
Oh, she was not trip sitting you, remember? She just left the light and dipped.
Yeah, she left the lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. I'm going to head to the records room and find if we have a record on that, like, Sally student. And then talk to, I guess, I don't know, El now, since she wanted to be read in. But maybe that's a link to Tarsum more. You feeling okay?
It's just weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm unfortunately familiar with having a second voice in your head.
Guessing you haven't heard from anyone in a while?
No. Thankfully, just me. Or unluckily. Depends on how you look at it.
All right, records. You just see something?
Yes, need to find out more about that Lexali student who we saw left with Tarsamore. They were a promising student of Lurkale's.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Mm-hmm. I misplaced my character sheet again, somehow.
It happens.
I will guidance myself, be really good at this. And investigate. Ooh!
The records, it's kind of mind-numbing going through them.
Wait, that's not supposed to be 1d20, that's supposed to be 1d4. Range for that. 11.
Yeah,
9, 11.
There's a cat in the way. All right.
Oh.
Sir, a second dice roll has just arrived. Garnet, you want to roll investigation if you're going with him?
Yeah.
He's better at books.
Investigation. 25.
You have located some information. You remember her, actually. She was a member of the Codex.
She was a chronomancer, if I remember correctly.
Didn't she like mutilate herself? She one of
Maybe
those
not.
ones?
Might have.
I don't think so. According to the records, she was rescued from the Iron Empire, from Ioth, actually. She would have become one of their war mages, but she successfully concealed her talent, was scouted, and rescued by she actually escaped from the Iron Empire and then was discovered in a refugee camp.
And then went back with Alex.
She, yes, well, yes and no. She left when the Iron Empire took over. Under Alex's dominion, the Dark Academy had a partnership with Ioth, but it was not ruled by them. As soon as Uromael took over, it became Ioth.
And she'd had enough of that.
Apparently so. She was an early recruit to the Codex. She definitely looked up to Alexander.
Okay. I don't know about this. See if we can scry on her. Might be a link to Tarsamore. Not sure how high a priority target El now considers Tarsamore, but good to at least put it on her radar.
Tarsamore's on her short list. Alexander is higher on it, but he's on the list. You bring this up to Elle now, and she's going to immediately assign some wardens and such to go through, see if we have any belongings of hers. She's going to have the Tower of Divination start scrying for her.
So she'll probably spend a good amount of time within whatever shielded confines that Tarsamore usually places himself, but maybe if she's an apprentice of his, then she'd do more extracurricular activities outside of... She wouldn't arouse as much suspicion, not being a massive lich and all.
Yeah. They're going to start that investigation. I will have to go back through my records to see if Lex cleaned up everything when she dipped on the academy or not. If she took countermeasures to avoid leaving anything behind. If not, something will be found. If so, probably an opposed roll of some kind. But I definitely won't have those answers until next episode.
Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that thread.
Okay, that was not the montage that I expected. I expected it to be, project work. But that was fucking fun. Does Garnet have any follow-up to that? Is there anyone she wants to talk to or any actions she wants to take?
No, that sounds good for now.
Okay. some time will pass before your mission pops up. So what will you be montaging along that? I assume, Garnet, that you're still working on your Void Cube. It is an incredibly complicated piece of magic, so it can take as much time as you throw into it. It can take it.
Yeah, I think we were still trying to figure out what part of the refuge the box was gonna
Yes.
impact. So I guess that's the
City
specific
survey.
point.
Yeah, actually, I did have that on the list. A little survey. Let's see. Do Adventures, episode 187.
Thank God you're 20 int.
So there's a couple of things that go on here. First off, and Sventisco helps you, and the Kizjon help you. There's both the civic. It's not like a survey where you go door to door and like talk to people, but it's like measuring and such, right? There's the civic aspect, and there's the magical aspect. Which areas would be best for adamantine anchors and the spell pattern and stuff like that. Having had such proximity to Ioth Academy for hundreds and hundreds of years, there could be some residual that have some manner of an effect. Sventisco and the Kizjon over the next month or two. And it's going to take a while because they still have other stuff to do. But they go around, they measure physically what buildings would be in the way. They talk to the local community leaders about who goes there and what it means to them emotionally or anything else like that. They haven't talked too much about your plan yet. They've really just been in the discovery phase. But what they intend to do is once they've figured out who's going to be displaced, they're going to come up with a housing plan. Like what is required to make sure these people can keep living their lives and to sort of make up for the fact that we're disrupting them. So on top of just replacing it. And then they're going to present that to the Academy and expect the Academy to use conjuration and building magic to make it happen.
Yeah.
Which should be reasonable. I mean, the Academy is pouring stuff into the Dune Riders right now to fortify them, building them up, so no reason they can't do it at home. Time rolls along.
During my month,
yes,
Athelor would query with I'm not sure who would be the best option. Probably Untamola. If there would be a space that would be safe to experiment with the portal generating capacity of the big sword.
How long have you had that?
About as long as Garnet's mum's known she's alive. 2 years?
I'm going to have a word with Chadius about room inspections.
Oh man,
What?
come on, don't be a narc.
Oh, okay. I thought you were mad about Chadius teaching me how to use a greatsword.
No, I encourage you to train in that regard. The more knowledge you have, the better. Per the Archmage's instructions, I am not going to chastise you. I just think in most cases it's bad for students to have evil weapons of power under their floorboards. As a general rule, that is the sort of thing we should track and deal with for safety purposes.
With all due respect, Master Untamola, out of the two evil weapons that I've had in my possession, I much prefer one in my hands to one in my head.
I don't disagree. I also don't think that every single student is going to follow the same patterns as you. And I think as a general rule, children should not have these things.
Okay, fair point. However...
Yes, moving on. That's a future problem. For the time being, you should work with Master Miahethil to create a dimensionally anchored space, perhaps with emergency shutdown protocols that can reinforce the planar barriers.
Maybe in the basement of the Tower of Abjuration.
It's either that or you perform experiments off-site, which will have its own dangers. But this would be Mia Hethel's area of expertise.
Okay, I'll let him know. Thank you.
All right. And Mia Hethel will obviously indulge you. And tell me a little bit about your experiments. I don't need the blow-by-blow.
Ethel's mostly figuring out to what degree, how he interacts with the targeting of the portal. Like, is it a mental thing? Do you physically tear open the portal with the sword?
Yes.
It's figuring out the mechanics of the casting, the generation, and the targeting. Like, can I have a portal that's 10 feet over there? Or does it have to be on another plane? Or how long can it stay open for? Can it be stabilized?
The sword cuts through metaphysical barriers. It literally slices a door open. It does not say the size of it, but the size would be limited to what you can slice in one round, so 6 seconds. And it heals itself after an hour. As for which plane of existence, which kingdom it goes to, it is a combination of will, focus, and the actual cut, like the technique, the angle of the blade. So Sky Kingdom, you have to angle it slightly up. Underworld, you have to angle it slightly down. And Otherworld, straight on. Shadow and others are things that are a little bit more esoteric, but you will be able to figure this out. Are you able to look up?
It's going to start like maybe thousands of miles away in terms of like random portal opens like over the ocean. Like,
it cannot be within the same plane. It functions like gate. It has to be to another plane of existence.
Gotcha.
Are you able to search in the compendium for the Infernal Night?
Infernal Night. Oh, let me have a look. Devil, Infernal Night from the Creature Codex.
Pull that up. That is what you fought. That is the thing whose sword you stole. Well, took as a trophy.
Challenge rating 16. Oh, thank God we had an entire army camp there helping out.
I've been throwing stupid things at you for a long time because you always have a small army of high-level characters with you.
Infernal Night magically tears a rift in the fabric of the multiverse. It's a portal to a plane of the Infernal Night's choice. The portal remains open for 1 hour, during which time the creature can pass through it, any creature can pass through it, moving from one plane to the other. A dispel magic spell targeting the rift can destroy it if the caster succeeds on a DC 18 spellcasting ability check.
So the Infernal Night cut the gate open that Uzul's army marched through to attack the camp. So they were on a different plane of existence. They sliced through, and any number of creatures went through. And I think you did dispel it. I think someone dispelled it.
I think it might be Mia Hethel. Or possibly Entomola.
But the Soul Reeve, everything else about this, you can see that it is not an item. It originally, this was not the properties of the item. These were just abilities of the creature. But I've sort of logicked it into being properties of the sword. And it wasn't explicitly Thinaun in the monster description, but Thinaun is from a previous edition. I thought logically that's what it is, because that's a soul-eating metal. So this is the results of your research, is looking at the stat block. Congratulations.
Hooray! Thanks.
As time rolls along, and autumn's chill passes over much of the world, but not the Academy, so too do the wages of war continue to take their toll across the world, only reaching you as distant rumors. And if you do not seek these rumors out, or sit in war council meetings and stuff, you never even hear about them.
Athalor's seeking them out very actively.
Oh, I know. I'm going to list them off. I know for sure. As Ithgos
Scrolling the combat footage Reddit.
As Ithgos wages its war on Mazru, the priest king of Mazru calls out to the Titan Leveron, and the capital of Ithgos is surrounded in a hurricane that just keeps going for months. The Iron Empire wins in its wars against the kobolds of Araweka and the technocracy to the far south of Tezqualarin. These riots that have appeared all over the place bear fruit because new Ravener hordes spring up all over the eastern continent. Curiously, none of them are near Ioth Academy. There is one in the Sunspine Mountains, south of Onderud. Fairly far away, but close enough that the Kothramori are keeping an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Academy continues to stockpile energy and build up the Dune Riders. Brontha and Bathotlo all have the opportunity. No one is attacking them. There are a few months of relative peace, even though their wars are still technically going on. They have time to build and recover. One item of note. An Ithgin Praetor, high-ranking government official, dies, melted by acid.
Solo assassination.
Except it's not.
Mm.
Santisco is in the loop, and she tells you this wasn't them. This was a frame job. Someone is trying to direct Ithgos' attention to the south. But they don't know who yet. Finals roll along, one after the other. All your fellow students with war now so far away, except for those who have families who come from places that are affected, they start worrying again about dating and school and homework and grades and what are you going to do for your 7th year and picking classes and all this stuff. And it all feels very strange and far away for you. It feels so small. You have to keep learning. You definitely have to keep learning. But after everything you've been through and the deeds that you have accomplished, which are things that most adult mages will never approach, the only reason that you haven't been given your mage robes is that you cannot receive them because you were not adults.
Mm.
And at last, as all of your allies in your homelands repair and make deals and alliances and just sort of build themselves up after this long, very costly war, Untermaler summons the two of you.
I wonder what Untermaler could want.
Oh god, we're not in trouble again, are we?
Oh, I'd assume so, but we're probably going to be asked if we want to join in on a mission.
Sounds fun.
I have been told to. Untermieler sends his regards. I have been asked by the Archmage to treat you as operatives, agents in the field. And I fought alongside you. I understand why. There are two problems that need to be dealt with that require a small, skilled team. The Burning Eyes Horde, defeated in a war against the Dwarves of Avi, has been raiding along the Dune Riders' borders. As we try to restore them and all the losses they've taken, their crops, their herds, their trade routes are all being pillaged. A small, devastating counterattack against one of their armies in the field would prevent or inhibit them from further such raids. I am not asking you to do this, but I believe that you could get in, cause havoc, and get out. There is also a second matter, perhaps less helpful to those in need, but perhaps more important and more personal. We have not sat idly since your rescue mission in La Coulette. But the Archmage wants more information before we launch any kind of attack. We don't know how far Alexander's power reaches. We don't know how many he has. Stone Abbey is not just La Coulette. They had underground monasteries and settlements throughout those mountains, and we don't know enough about all of them. But we do know that coin that Patholo traced was being spent with markets and craftspeople in the Sinister Horde, Lefektos, the Prowlands, and Neok. There is a fortress, a army fort, just south of where our scouts were taken. The commander of that fort absolutely knows about the material and arrangements being sent back and forth from Neok into the mountains. You've shown a certain aptitude for abduction in the past, Athalor and Garnet. Retrieving the commander of that fort for interrogation could give us more information about Alexander's strength, numbers, and more.
It certainly seems like a worthy cause. The thoughts are obviously, for Defender, we wouldn't be looking at a classic entrance. Or you can massacre 1,000 raving lunatics.
Not true.
I'm wondering what the best plan would be to get the commander out. I assume we need him for interrogation. Sleep spell's probably out of the question.
We only need his head.
That's true. Sensible. Do you know if anyone's ever tried to cast high magic in the shadow plane?
I do not.
I wonder if there's a world where we could set up in the shadow plane with a high magic circle and amplify a sleep spell until it has the capacity to incapacitate a fort and then be able to target it through a gate opened up by the sage. Then have our pick of the litter for prisoners.
Oh, that does sound like an interesting idea, my jewel, but wouldn't it be better if you opened the shadow gate? The sage is so good at sleep magic, she should be the one delivering that. You should be the one handling matters of shadow. You are the best.
Donna?
Yeah. Whatever you guys want. I'm down.
Take your time. There's additional resources and information. Do whatever you feel necessary. These are both important, but there is no ticking clock.
Let me look at how the sleep spell works exactly.
The sage's ability is that once per day she can roll all 8s. with sleep.
So if we heightened the number of dice that they were rolling.
And she can upcast it too. Witness the power of a level 9 sleep.
Yeah.
How long does it last again?
A minute?
A minute.
The main advantage of it, well, first off, you could probably fuck with that with high magic. Second, the main advantage of it is that there's no save. As long as you roll enough hit points worth of sleep, it just knocks him out.
Does the sage need to have been to a place before to open a gate there? No, we just need to know the name of the commander. We could open a gate to their location, cast the sleep spell.
Shadow Gateway, if you travel through the shadow plane to the shadow side of that fort, depending on what's there, you could still have threats. You could still have shadow soldiers or something. But the Shadow Gateway would correspond. If you open a gate in the shadow side of the fort, it would open up into the real fort.
Oh, I'm thinking about the gate spell inside the shadow plane, as we're just in the Ioth Academy version. Because I'm just thinking about traceability. And also, we can't gate from mortal plane to mortal plane.
Right.
It'd probably be harder to find this guy if he was in the shadow plane after we took him. And then get him back into the academy. Scrying's a little bit harder.
I think a live person is also more trackable than a dead one.
That's true.
You want to just drop in, kidnap him, and leave? Wait, Untamala definitely said abduction and not like a...
You need information from him. Information about the flow of materials and whatever contact has been happening with Alex's evil cult or whatever it is. However that information gets extracted, there's a lot of variation there. You're some creative kids.
I mean, there's a world where we could both potentially ruin the fort and kidnap this guy.
Yeah.
The gate would stay open for, I don't know, a minute if it was cast by the sage. And during that time, you could certainly drop quite a few friends into the middle of this fort who wouldn't have to try and get around the outside.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Do a little bait and switch where the commander once was. A room full of very angry void creatures now waits. They could destroy the Ioth fort from the inside out, or the Nazru. I forget the name of this.
I like how Untermaler was saying, hey, you did that dimensional trick to get that kid whose name I can't remember for big reasons. And Garnet, you have the teleporting abduction monkey. Like, the two of you have some great ideas. And Athlo was like, what if we just summon him into the shadow realm with no saving throw? It's
These things happen.
It's not a bad plan.
Because if the gate opens and we have like our high magic thing going on in the shadow realm, I think all you need is to be able to see the spot at which you're localizing the effect.
For sleep?
Yes.
Or the summon?
For the sleep. For the
you target a point.
Yeah. Because for the summon, Lemming can just continually shit out void creatures, tell them to go through the portal and then drop the concentration. If we put it like 10 foot up in the air, they can't get back through. It's a one-way door for them, you know? I think this could work. Oh, always drop a little explosive in there as well. I don't know much about explosives, but I'm sure someone here does. Do we have any allied armies nearby who could potentially take the fort away after it's been cleared?
No, it's very much in the middle of enemy territory.
Okay.
I'll see if I can pull it up on screen.
This could be a good place for you to practice your Void Rift.
I mean, Untermaler is absolutely open to collateral damage. This is not. Oh, give me a sec. I'll actually show you the location. It'll be on stream like it was last time. It's not in a position where any allies can really seriously threaten it. But if you devastate the garrison, forts are used to reinforce nearby areas. Like, that's one of the main purposes of it. So if you wipe out the garrison, it's going to take them like 6 months to restore that. Let's see. Button. Who's got the button? Beep. Ioth Academy, as always, is up here. Each hex is 90 miles. So it's over 1,000 miles away. It is this fort right here. As you can see, it is directly to the south of what was Stone Abbey. And pay no mind to all these creepy buildings that have replaced all these Stone Abbey buildings. Don't worry about that.
That's another of our concern. This is like 2,000 miles.
Yeah. But this fort right here, it's bordered by the Sinister Horde, technically the Prowlands. But yeah, it's like in the heart of enemy/neutral territory.
Just need to know the name of the commander.
Oh, that.
And Untermaler didn't know. Okay.
We have that. Every so often, we deal with an individual who is not the wielder of unspeakable dark magic, protected and shielded from all divination spells. Sometimes it's just a man with an army, but only a man. He is Commander Proculus.
Okay, I'll work on the high magic circle, see how we can try and make the sleep spell a little bit more spicy. Garnet, how about you think about what you want to leave behind in the commander's place?
Does it need to be sleep? The spell immediately pulls him through, does it not?
True, I figured that you probably wouldn't be too happy with the approach.
Then it depends on the welcome party that will greet him there.
Would you like to punch a commander, Master Untermaler?
I will leave the specifics to you, but if you require explosives, do keep in mind Fireball.
One of my dudes is also literally called the Abductor, so if we need to do abducting, I could at least save one for doing that if needed. If
That
the
was
sleep
kind of
is
what
more
Untermaler was originally thinking of, was you guys would infiltrate the fort, not like a full-fledged attack, but infiltrate it, get nearby, and then either dimension slip him to you like you did to Quan, or summon an abductor and abduct him and then make your getaway. That was what he originally thought. But you do have access to the gate spell.
TY. Thanks, level 9 spellcaster.
So there's another thing about that. If you cast the gate and use his name, Proculus, the gate will open right next to him, wherever he is in the camp, in the fort. If you, which may or may not be a good place for raining death upon the camp, depending on where it is. If he's in the outhouse and you don't have much of a view of anything, then you won't have a lot of angle of fire. But if you summon the port, if you open the gate somewhere else, directly above the fort, for example, you could send your abductor in to grab him while still having the gate open to do naughty things.
And we'd have a high magic circle ready to amplify a fireball.
Sounds fun. And a staff of fireballs, I'm sure Henan be down to lend us or come help with.
Can we amplify things from a magic item? Oh, muted.
+1 XP. I believe you can.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll double check, but like finding somebody who can cast fireball at this school is not going to be hard.
I like the US Air Force option. Okay, so we open the gate above. Abductor can teleport, right?
Up to 120
Mhm.
feet.
So we can just put it like 100 feet above the fort, have great eyes on everything. Range of fireball's about 120 feet as well. Maybe 90 feet above the fort, just to give a little bit of wiggle room. He can teleport back into the shadow plane through the gate with the victim, and we can just rain boosted fireballs on this fort.
And I have this stuff as well. Some entanglements and stuff to convince him of stuff. If we need him to behave in the shadow plane.
It is I, the God Emperor. Behold.
I mean, you could gather all of them in, I don't know, whatever their equivalent of a square is. How much? Oh, no, you need to maintain concentration on your abductor until they get in there.
Oh yeah.
And then you can.
Well, that's his concentration, not mine.
Hmm.
These are spells under his spell list.
Ah.
Jamaler? Oh, no, the abductor.
The abductor, yeah. These are all his spells.
Hmm. Master Intermoller, are the Iron Empire forts known for stocking their own explosives? Do they partake in that kind of warfare?
No.
Okay.
The designers are much more liable to have such things.
Okay, so we can't expect to have cannons going off, etc. No mass stock of gunpowder. Don't know if that's invented yet. Nix that.
It isn't. Alchemical explosives have been, but they're
Black
all
powder from the east.
Don't mind all these dice rolls, by the way.
Really?
Can't help but notice that a lot of them are quite high.
Yeah, with the yeah. They're so high. Yeah, those rolls
It
are
takes
high.
days and days. But eventually, you are summoned excitedly to the Tower of Divination.
Ooh. Oh, did they finally excite?
Mans finally blew his save against scrying.
Mega blue.
I can give you this.
Oh, perfection. Aha. Oh my goodness, that's so much wood. Or is it iron in their case because it's the Iron Empire?
It's wood.
Oh, if that is the most flammable thought I've ever fucking seen.
The environment is like kind of savanna grassland, so it can get pretty dry.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be late fall, early winter when you do this, so it's not necessarily going to be super... The weather conditions aren't automatically going to be like that. But Pawabi might be able to control the weather.
True.
It just depends on the casting time, because if it's longer than a minute, that's a no-go.
I mean, all of that infrastructure is at least quite flammable.
Yeah, there's a training yard here. The central command tent is here. That is not where Commander Proculus sleeps. That is where, like, planning, meeting, maps, HQ. All the rest of these are mostly housing with some supply depots, mess halls, stuff like that.
Presuming this is probably the commander's tent.
Yes, scrying reveals this is in fact his tent.
Okay.
You also detect there are a few devils, not a ton, but there are bearded devils, 16 of them guarding this tent. And you would know that I think they're fire immune. But that's a fairly large supernatural force. And there's a few spined devils who are winged. Not a lot, just like a handful of them. And the force seems to be comprised largely of light infantry auxiliaries, heavy infantry legionnaires, and archers. And there are catapults for defense down in the yard as well. Like any good
Okay.
Iron Empire base, they have very rigid, they have very disciplined, like there's always guards watching in every direction, that kind of thing. They are not lax. If you are lax, you die.
Okay, if there are winged assailants, we need to make sure that there is actually security on the gate as we go through, maybe some wardens. Or not as we go through, but as the abductor moves through and we'll teleport back. Either that, or we could put the gate on the floor in the shadow plane. And I can cast a rainbow bridge on top of it. And then they can't pass through unless they dispel magic. But I don't see many in the way of caster-esque individuals.
There are
down
a
there.
few. Continued scrying reveals there are war priests, battle mages, and one person who's probably a warlock, who seems to be like the direct advisor to Commander Proculus. And probably the highest level spellcaster on site.
Okay, if we have wardens and Rainbow Bridge, we can always have redundancy there. It's not like we're entirely limited in what we can bring into the Shadow Plane version of Ioth Academy. Maybe we don't even need to do this from the Shadow Plane. Do we have a separate demi-plane, which would be better?
On Darude, when the gyre is correctly aligned, on Darude counts as a separate plane of existence. There's the other world. The Sky Kingdom is probably not a great idea. The Mirror Realm is also probably not a great idea. I'm trying to think if there's any other demi-planes or weird dimensions that you could use here.
Now's office.
Elna's office is a tricky one because of the way that the defenses and spells are woven around it. It's theoretically possible if you talk this plan over with Elnau. She doesn't want to do that. She would rather you go to the underworld than do it from her office, just because that's like the only time someone ever got inside was Alexander because he knew shit. They want to keep that secure.
Shadow is the best option, just for the immediacy of it. Garnet can have us in and out of there, 10 minutes at a time for a portal? Unlimited pass-through.
I do need to concentrate on it, I think. Let me check. Oh yeah, we did rule it was concentration after the last episode where we
and I had forgotten about it, and so you got away with some shenanigans, which is fine. It was nobody's fault. So protocol would dictate if the gate is open, the shadow gateway is not. It's kind of like when you go to an aviary and you have to close if there's like an airlock where you want to make sure both doors aren't open at the same time so the birds can't get out. Similarly, you don't want to have a straight passageway from the enemy to the academy. So you would launch the operation, 1 minute of action, close the gate, secure the commander and anyone else who's on your side, and then do the shadow portal.
Yeah, we couldn't have Garnet having concentration on the shadow gateway during the operation anyway. We need her for the abductor. Have
So you shadow gateway, move your forces to the other side, secure the local area because shadow is not necessarily safe. Then cast gate, abduct, bomb, close, secure, shadow gate.
I like it. You
So
mind
wait,
asking your friend
say
in
that
your hand?
again?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
No, it's totally fine. Okay, so here's the way this would work. You would figure out who's on your team, who's on your attack team, wardens, spellcasters, etc. Form your team. Everyone gets ready, gears up, and then you cast Shadow Gateway. And once it takes 10 minutes, everyone steps through, to the Shadow Plane, wherever you're doing this. Shadow Bronta, Shadow Ioth Academy, Shadow Middle of Nowhere, whatever. Everyone is now in the Plane of Shadow. Your gateway closes. You get your nonsense ready. Invoke your high magic circle, any other stuff that's going to last long enough to matter, right? When everyone's ready, the sage casts Gate. Opens a gate above or somewhere, above the camp. You send your abductor through, because you're not doing the Shadow Gateway anymore. Steal the dude. Athalor seals it off with a rainbow bridge. Spells can pass through it, right?
Yeah, I think it just acts as like, if you can target a point because you can see it and it's within your range, then that's valid.
Are we still dropping a bunch of dudes?
If you're focusing on
is
the
it just the one?
You focus on the abduction, and instead of dropping a bunch of dudes, you drop a bunch of fireballs. Like whoever you bring with you just bombs them or casts whatever destructive magic they can.
Okay.
Ruin their day.
Yeah, I think we have to pivot to you using fireballs because we can't afford you losing concentration on
You
your
might be able to
abductor.
do life drains if you're close enough. What's the range on life drain?
Pretty good. 90?
Okay.
It's not too bad.
So the gate would either have to be close enough or people would have to enhance that spell, that with high magic to like extend the range. So you could summon the abductor, give him his mission, and then just throw down whatever destructive spells you can until the gate closes.
Okay.
And
Hopefully he doesn't die.
I mean, if he does.
Oh, we can have the dude right, because we're summoning abductor right next to, or he has to find his way.
So here's the thing: if you cast the gate and you just say Proculus, the gate opens right next to him, and it pulls him through immediately. He does not get a save; he's just pulled through the gate. That is the most surefire way to accomplish this. However, if you open the gate where you have a visual range of the whole fort, you can kill a lot of people. But then the abductor would have to find the guy. So sort of certainty versus more opportunity.
Can your abductor be invisible?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does have... He's got a minute to find him. But he tends to know where people are straight away, right?
I don't think he has a tracking ability. He's not like the shadow tracker, which is still making its way to Dakra. It's a long distance.
So what does the...
But hey, the Green Knight came back eventually, so I'm sure that'll pan out at some point.
True.
All right. Are we ready then? Or what else do we need?
Well, more than 20 minutes to pull off the plan.
Oh, episode, yeah.
Okay, and I guess that also leaves us potentially with Burning Eyes Horde. We will not have a 9th level spell slot for.
Well, you don't have to do them both in the same day.
True.
Like, the Burning Eyes Horde, they are conducting repeated raids on the Dune Riders. The Dune Riders are working on repelling them, but if they got wrecked, that would help. So that's not like we have to do these two things on a certain day. It's just the sooner we do the Burning Eyes Horde, the sooner the raids will stop or slow down. The sooner we get this guy, the sooner we can learn more about Alex. And I actually have a third one that I didn't have time to prep today, but I'm also going to throw that out there next time. It's actually a request from the Priest Kingdom of Suen, which is the one dedicated to Rialta.
Ooh.
I'll give you the short of it. They offer magical energy to the Academy if you will help them protect their allies next door from the designer armies of Pofefktos. The Golden Priest Kingdom is at war with the designers, and the designers sent an army, and then Suen magic enchanted them so they didn't attack, but they're going to attack eventually. Suen will give the Academy magic if they will sabotage that army.
I'm good at sabotage.
You are good at sabotage.
Are they just raiding for food?
Burning Eyes?
Yeah.
No, they're taking anything they can get.
Gotcha.
They're pillaging, you know. But it's border raids. It's not an invasion.
Okay. I don't have anything particularly clever for that.
Well,
At
you
the
also don't
moment,
have enough
anyway.
intel. Why don't we do this? Why don't we end the episode now? That will give plenty of time, because I don't think we're going to do an episode on Christmas Eve, which is next week. This always happens. And then it's New Year's Eve after that. So we'll figure it out.
Wednesdays, man.
Wednesdays. It's always a happening thing. But that will give you time to do the high magic math.
Mm-hmm.
And cook what sort of nonsense you want to throw at them.
Sounds good.
Okay, great. Then always enjoy. I did not expect that little dream walk with Lurkale. I enjoyed that a great deal. I will see.
Thank you
all
for the
of
improv.
Absolutely. I'm always down for dream shit. Basically, any dream shit you cook, I can probably handle on the fly. I will see all of you when I see all of you.